You got to adapt to the times. Making money is one thing,
Is it all about money with you?
No, it's not all about money, but everything's about money. And that's the one thing. If I have to go and get money to pay for my whole life and I don't have time to do anything else, that life sucks. And if I can make money doing what I love every day instead and just go along with the flow, that I didn't have to go do that all day and be told by somebody else, here's your $12.
Yeah.
Then
and
do
it's
it.
time again. Like, look at all that time you're spending.
Yeah. And you learn that after 30 years. You're like, that's what? How much time we spent doing all this to get to where we're at?
Welcome, Robertson Stash.
Take
Welcome,
3.
Jerry. How you doing, brother?
Pretty good.
Yeah, man. Yeah, dude. All right. Well, thanks for coming in.
No problem.
On the pod.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. We watched those fights last night. They were pretty good.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Did you have a favorite?
Well, yeah. Well, no, I don't know. There was a pretty good selection and shit to hit watch. Yeah.
And Gaethje won, dude.
Yeah. Gaethje won.
Yeah.
Wow. King Green said, he got
that kick.
Yeah.
That was good.
Spinning wheel kick. Heel kick, whatever.
Yeah.
Took him out.
So you've been in the glass game for a real long time, 30 plus years.
Yep.
What's one thing about glass that you love after all these years the most?
I don't know that you can do anything you want with it.
Basically,
it's like, you can wake up the next morning and
you got to figure it out, but you can basically do anything you want.
Yeah. This community's figuring that out. I mean, there's so much different glass being made right now.
Yeah. And with the technology changing too, that allows for more exploration of the medium.
A lot. Yeah. We'll see what happens here.
Okay.
Right now it's playtime, I think.
So 30 years in the game, what's one of your favorite pieces that you've made?
By myself, I'm not sure.
Or collab?
Collab was definitely what this goat.
Oh, the goat. No, thank you.
Yeah, and the Joe P throne was definitely a
Jerry Garcia one.
Top of the list. Yes, like you guys are just special artists. You guys know how to make shit.
That, man. Thank you. Same to you.
Thanks.
So, yeah, a lot of stories start back on the dead lots.
Yep.
I mean, that's kind of where you laid eyes on glass.
Oh yeah.
Can you recall any crazy stories from back then? Like, were you just slanging? How did it work? So you would set up your blanket and just have your daily
couple of cases of glass that you made,
or
if you had a table, that was a little nicer.
Yeah,
on your
and people are just walking by checking it out.
Yeah, and I don't know. Back in the day, it was hand over fist. People buying pipes.
Yeah,
want another one, not another one, want another one.
What was the reaction of the people when they're seeing them? Because that's kind of like new stuff.
Just kind of, Oh, wow. It's still the same.
What is this? It's sparkling in the sun.
Yeah, it's still the same reaction, actually, like, because generations of people are coming up, and it's all new to a lot of people and then old to some people, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just like any other art. You get used to it, I guess. I don't know how to explain it.
But people were pretty blown away back in the 90s when they were seeing these little pipes.
Yeah, definitely. Bob's stuff was like the beginning of all this.
Like, was there lineups and crowds around the blankets, or was it?
Yeah, it was pretty good.
You guys hustling and trying to say, hey, go, like
it was all of the same. Yeah, you just held your cases out there. Some people walk around with their case, and some people put their case down and sit down and talk. But either way, it was there's always a little crowd around the glass for some reason, and it just got better and better.
So another passion of yours is growing pot, and you always bring the best green when you come to town.
Gotta try.
Yeah. How do you get it to turn out so good? What are your trade secrets?
Nothing.
Love.
Just love and not
attention.
putting too much shit into it.
It's all organic, right? What you do?
Yeah, just keeping it simple. Organic fertilizers and or fertilizer, just that and a little extra calcium is all I use on my plants, and it keeps them raw, kind of. You get the taste of the plant and not the taste of any of the shit that's sold in a bag or a bottle. Chemicals or any kind of flavors.
Because it goes into it when you use it, it goes into the cells, and then it grows. And
Yeah, the plant does it. You know, the nutrients are feeding the microbial life that's actually doing all the work down there. It's little guys and girls that, you know, take care of growing the plant just like the earth, you know, and pour a bunch of chemicals on a tree and expect it to grow like the tree that's getting watered by nature. It's not going to be the same. They're going to look different. They're going to.
Well, the chemical, like that Miracle Grow, kind of makes it look all.
Yeah, and if you try to burn some weed that's grown with that, you'll see the difference of this.
Yeah. So it's when you burn it, you're not healthy.
Yeah, it gets into the cells of the plant. You can't take something out of the plant's makeup once it's in there. You can't get it out of the leaves. You know what I mean? You can't get out of the cells of the plant.
You can't wash it. So washing it out, when people say they wash it out.
Yeah, flushing still. You can. It's only sucking up water and no more of the nutrients. It's just like a person, I would say. You know.
Yeah. So it takes a long time to flush that kind of stuff out.
Yeah, I would say and sometimes
not
it just
a plant really like the last 2 weeks. This is not enough time. Maybe with a tree.
Yeah, it is. It is worthy of you want to try and, you know, flush as much as you can, but in organic growing, you don't flush anything.
Yeah,
because you're not putting it in. I don't know.
So how long you been growing?
Well, probably about the same length that I've been blowing glass. Yeah, 30 years or so.
So what kind of have you noticed any like damage to, like, what kind of like health concerns do you, like the eyes? I'm thinking with glass blowing. You know,
yeah, we were talking about before that
because we got these sweet growers glasses by Pacololo Flies, her new collab. But so is it important to wear like LED blocking?
I think so. I mean, any kind of, you know, protection you can get from lights is good. So, but nowadays it's like I don't know. There's a mix of still. I mean, we never used to wear them back in the day with HBSs, but the lights are different, brighter.
LEDs are brighter than HBSs, you think?
Yeah, definitely. And it's all, it's good stuff. But I don't know. What was the question again? Sorry.
Well, like, I guess the eyes, like you were saying, you were telling the story earlier that glass blowers back in the day when they weren't using eye protection and it was causing some sort of eye damage. So
they asked me like what I did for a living, and I told them I was a flame worker, a glass worker, and they were like, "Oh wow, we can test you for this special thing that glass blowers get." The old days used to get it from sodium flare and shit like that. So it's exfoliation, I believe, and then there's pseudo exfoliation, and that's what you either get with the glass blowing. The old guys used to get it, and they would have like a film over their eye that would tell the difference.
So didymiums protect you from that?
I guess so,
it's the sodium flare that causes that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And the old guys used to not use it, so they would test you in the eye doctor as you came up. And
they just did one of these.
Yep. But no, they said I didn't have it, so.
That's great. Yeah. 30 years.
Yeah.
That's good.
They just said I had old eyes.
Old eyes?
Yeah.
How's your vision?
It's pretty good. Just got to get the close-up stuff. It's like a little blurry, so I got to go readers at 50 years old or whatever, so 52.
It's not bad. Did you get a picture of your eye, like how it looks like a universe in there?
No. But the guy told me that it was like, I went and got it tested 1 year. They were like, perfect eyes are good.
Oh, that's good.
And next year I was like, it's getting blurry. And the guy tested my shit again, and it was like same exact numbers as everything from last year or 2 years ago.
Why do you think that is?
And we just said that I was getting older and I needed to get some readers.
So are you spending, how much time do you spend growing? Like, how do you split your time with glass blowing? Is it like 50-50 or?
Yeah, it's like it's all mixed together.
It's all mixed together.
I'm not doing any big project grows where I'm just growing at home and growing on my herb,
nice.
Friends and shit. But I don't know, 50-50.
Probably 50-50 spending your attention.
Yeah. On work is always,
and then family.
Family's always first and foremost.
So you get a lot of requests for millies too?
Yeah, like custom jobs and shit, and logos that people want and stuff like that. Yeah.
How do you handle those? Do you take a deposit up front?
Oh yeah. Yeah,
you draw it up first, or
Yeah, a lot of computer stuff. You can just pull a picture off the what you want. If these people want a certain image, you can size it up and have it printed out in front of you, or use it as what you want for your bill.
And you say, "This is what you want?" Okay, you sure?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm gonna make it happen.
Tell them how much it is, and off you run.
Do you ever get like super invested into a piece and then something happens, or it doesn't
always something?
Because you really don't
the glass
know
universe
what the end result is until you pull it down, really. Right?
Yeah. You have that thought the whole time you're building Millie. It's like if you pay attention to it, you can still draw a line wrong, and it could be so the eye is drooping off of a character or something like that. Like you just hope for the best and try and aim for every line and draw it straight and marker it in the way you're supposed to. And And then the end go, oh shit.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Sometimes you pull up something you're just made thin and it's like sucks in and gives you that hourglass or something. There's just all kinds of fun stuff to deal with there.
When you're melting it in, it can kind of bleed out. Edges can kind of go in like that.
Yeah.
That happened on my Robertson Millie a little bit.
Yeah. On the giraffe or
the like logo. Yeah.
Yeah, the Steely or the...
No, not yours
that
we did, but just on the Robertson one, it kind of bled out a little bit.
The
edges. It wasn't squared up. Just when it melted down and went round, turning a square into a round.
Yeah,
you got a plan for
the
that.
Concave. Yeah, sucks. Yeah, that was a big waste. Sometimes you just not get around to color enough and fuck up your corners.
I know. Yeah, it squeezes out.
That's when you're wasting hours and hours.
What do you think is the most common a fuck up with Millies?
Just not following the sizes that you want to make,
scaling,
not knowing
proportions.
That. Yeah, if you don't do proportions right, then you just
gotta take your time with that.
Start a milli at an inch, and it's 5 inches before you know it. The whole width is like just 10 times what you think you're gonna use, and then you waste a bunch of color.
So preparation in the milli game is very important.
Absolutely, knowing what you're going for.
You don't want to just kind of slap it on and have all that color all that time.
Yeah, if you don't know that you want to make something this size, then you'll make it however big you think it could be or should be, and then pull it down and you have years of a nose of a character that you didn't want, or like something that you just have a shit ton of that you don't need. So that's prep is the most important thing. I think.
So besides glass blowing, what else do you do for fun?
I don't know.
You're a boating enthusiast.
Yeah, boating, fishing, playing pool, darts, stuff you have here to...
Shark on the table.
No, not really.
Matt's
the true shark.
On money yet, so we'll see.
We will today, though. Yeah. But yeah, that's it, really. Like, kind of just building our future at home and making life happen while all this shit show of life happens out there,
Yeah.
Yeah. Just making it through another hump in the life.
What do you think is going to happen with? Do you use AI at all?
Not yet.
You don't really fuck with it.
Yeah.
Day to day.
My kid knows all about this stuff, but I need to get more tuned to the computer. And
do you want some of this, or do you want?
Absolutely. I'll do that in a little bit. Yeah. I don't know. All the same.
It's definitely happening. And a useful tool, because we use it all the time.
Yeah, just I'm more like just a work. Like Instagram is where I go and sell a lot of shit.
Yeah,
but that's it. It needs to spread out. Like there's just the way you deliver your art is super important. I realized it a long time ago, but I never really paid attention to it. And, just putting a picture up the proper way is
the other marketing side of being an artist.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
Which
I kind of should have paid attention to a little more, but now. Just keep rolling.
It's never too late.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Get better at that now and get better at, what you want to do. Right now with the glass scene, it's like I got time to practice new shit that I haven't been able to learn over 30 years.
What are you talking about?
I don't know. Just doing these tiles,
stacking.
Doing different types of milli components and shit without putting clear around them to protect them and pull them, and just all kinds of shit that people know, you never learn it from somebody, and just not part of your arsenal of blowing glass. So maybe that's
good.
That's what I want to do now, is like absorb as much more as I can before I have to like slow down or whatever they say that you do.
Yeah, you can get a lot of nice color patterns with those stacking the millies like that.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, even just the future of it, like that whole thing, making other art with it, and,
So you know any
kind of
jokes,
stuff.
man?
Not really.
No. And you don't believe in aliens?
No. I don't know if. Oh, I do believe in aliens.
Oh, you do?
I think they're out there.
Alien
but
contact.
I haven't seen any. But
haven't been abducted.
I see, shit that might be out there. Nowadays, it can be anything. What the hell's that? A bird or a jet?
No, you Oh yeah. Man. So 30 years in the glass game. What was it like back then, dude? Like, was it only lots at the beginning?
Kind of.
To sell?
Kind of. Your friends and
through word of mouth?
When you had somewhere to go that like mass amounts of people were going to be at.
Okay, because that was like Instagram is just events,
Kind of, yeah. Yeah.
There
was no Instagram or any of that crap back in the day. It was like just going to make your stuff and go show it to people that were walking by.
Possibly interested, yeah.
Yeah. You definitely can excite them and get them in too. Just be like, smoking weed over here. And they're like, oh yeah, wow, check out those pipes.
Yeah, the smell will bring them in.
Yeah, it's always been a connection between the glass and the grass. Yeah. So, and most people that are in this scene know what's up. Like you can go get a job growing grass and you can do your job blowing glass.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
It goes hand in hand.
Yeah. Life is what it is.
Can you recall any crazy stories from way back then?
Oh, I don't know. Yeah.
Did you ever get mugged or robbed?
No.
Everyone's pretty chill.
It was everybody was always pretty chill.
And they wouldn't want to fuck with you.
Nah, well, I don't know. There was always some kind of craziness, but it was always smooth sailing. Just put down your glass and sit around and have fun.
Who's the most famous person do you think that owns one of your pieces?
I don't know. Right now, Billy Strings.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Chris Robinson's got a piece from way back in the 90s. I don't know if they still have it, but David Grisman's got a mandolin.
A mandolin?
Yeah. Like a mandolin pipe that made him like.
An actual mandolin?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
And Samson's got one, Sherlock. So yeah,
they're all up there.
Yeah, the scene connects pretty good. Who else? I don't know. Aaron Lewis.
Yeah. He's the homie.
Yeah.
So how long have you known Aaron Lewis?
I don't know, 10 years or so, maybe. He lived in our town, so
nice guy.
Yeah, pretty nice guy.
Chill, down to earth.
Absolutely.
Going back on tour.
Yeah, he's always singing. That's what you do, I guess.
Yeah.
Not me. I can't sing for shit.
No.
La la la.
I've heard you sing. Yeah. Had this guy a couple beers.
Yeah. Let's go. Anybody.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah, life's fucking still fun, dude. Like after 30 years of not being told what to do in life and just creating your own living.
That's probably one of the best parts about blowing glass.
Yeah, that's the only
freedom.
Yeah, but you have to hustle too. You have to know, like you're saying, like the new AI stuff is huge for selling your work, for making pictures, for doing videos, all of this. Yeah, it all depends what you're into.
Yeah.
But that's why you hire people too. You just hire somebody who knows that.
Yeah. And you hope that they know what they're talking about. But sometimes that,
they're
like, oh, this is what the analytics say. This is what everyone's doing. Sometimes it's good to go kind of against that.
Yeah.
Sometimes do your own thing.
No, you get somebody to just do the work you need them to do, and then they're in and out. And
you have the vision. That's what I like about AI is if you have a vision, you can like prompt it to like create whatever you want.
Yeah. I'm going to start learning some shit. I got to take time that's not torch.
Like if you could imagine anything, like a machine that does whatever.
Yeah.
And you could say, create me an image of this, whatever it is. Like,
yeah.
And you explain it a certain way, it'll pop something out.
Yeah.
Thinks for a minute.
Absolutely.
And then it pops it out.
Makes 10 of them. Doop, doop, doop.
Yeah. And then you need a 3D printer to print that. You can make it happen.
Yeah. Put it all together. See, that's what I'm saying. Somebody can do that for me.
Yeah. You just need the idea. You probably have them.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I didn't win any money on that fight last night.
No.
Because I wasn't going to bet. That didn't seem like anybody wanted to bet against our boy.
Yeah, it was a good fight. I think that was the best fight was Gaethje for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. The what was the Pereira. I think
That's it. It is.
Yeah.
Alex Pereira.
I thought that fight was a little bit. I thought he should have won, but that's all right.
Yeah.
That's what
I thought
it
that
is.
one would have been a little more exciting.
Yeah,
It was all right.
two big dudes punching each other in the face. Yeah, they
There
did
was
pretty
a
good.
lot of, like, close
They
quarters
did a
there.
pretty good job of that. Yeah, I thought it was way more punching in the face than it was the clinching. It was like always at the end of the round, it seemed.
Yeah.
But whatever. To be able to take one of those punches in the face, it's like unthinkable.
So do you ever dabble in any other mediums?
Not really.
No.
Not really.
No.
It's
just
enough
always-
time taken up in the day. Like
Yeah.
the mediums I'm living is glass and plants.
And do you
and
teach?
life?
Teach at all?
Yeah,
You teach classes?
Yes.
Here and there?
as much as I can. It's good to teach. You learn a shit ton when you teach.
Like, what? Now it's like people want to teach. They want to get paid to teach. They freely share information. But what
Yeah.
was it like back in the day?
Yeah, it wasn't a lot of that. It was kind of private and still a little glass curtain that was always there.
People were very secretive back in the day.
Yeah. Until I don't know, maybe I don't know when it started, but pipe dreams definitely changed the game for everybody in that realm. They found out what was illegal and illegal in their state. So
And brought people together and made people even more secretive.
both. Because they knew they were trying to fucking still do the same thing but be legal about it. So some people learned. Jason Harris and those guys all, Ryan and all them got charged in this crazy shit. So
How'd they come out? Did they do jail time?
I don't think so. I'm not sure how it. I don't remember exactly, but I don't think anybody did jail time. Did like house arrest and shit like that. But still, the thought of going to prison when you're that young over bongs was like, what? My dad had got all his bongs. The fuck?
Yeah.
70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s. Now 2000s, it's like legal everywhere to if you can grow herb and you can sell herb in a state, you can create the pieces to smoke out of. So.
Yeah. Why do you think people were so stingy with knowledge back then?
Because it was new and it was like it was really a money maker when you were able to go and just do it off of this little bit of glass you bought and this in your shed.
Mm-hmm.
Most people started in sheds and garages back then, so it was easy.
Like,
there was no rent.
you're stealing from my
From my bread and butter.
Yeah.
But I remember teaching micro in 98, and he came to my house and he was like, "Can you teach me the inside out?" And I was like, "No, not that move."
Yeah.
It was like, but you were teaching it. He told me this story recently. It like reminded me that like I would not teach him, inside out.
That's funny.
Yeah. And I remember that time now that he puts it all together. It was like, yeah, you weren't like, get it. They can see you done with it, but they can't see you like open the tube. And
So you were one of those people,
Drop some.
you did not share the...
for a while, yeah.
It was just the way it was.
Yeah.
I can't show you that move, son.
Yeah. And then you're just kind of opened up to it.
But did you
was
invent
life.
that trick?
No, I don't know where the hell. I think Dan K might have taught me it, like by opening at the end of a point and like drawing some stuff in it and closing it, and then
So you saw it, but
turned it into an implosion at the same time.
That shit's back from
So it was like 95 or
Egyptian times almost. Like, I don't think implosions. They were on the outside, but...
No, that was the crazy thing is like Dan was in actually here in Bailey. We were here for Fish 95, I think, and fucking he came out to the shed and grabbed a point that had some wrap and rake on the end of it,
Mm-hmm.
and he blew it up into a bubble, and then he collapsed it inside the rest of the bubble or the rest of the point, and was like, "Here, check that out. It's an imploded wrap and rake thing into the inside of the marble." So he was doing that in '96 when everybody else was starting it in 2000 or whatever. It was like time wise was crazy. Just some of these things. Yeah, he's just
experimenting.
Yeah, Dan was the experimenter. He's Mr. Scientific.
This episode is sponsored by Puffco, industry leaders in vaporization. When I think of Puffco, I think of convenience, smoking freedom, easy to use, and practical. Visit www.puffco.com or on Instagram @Puffco. That's it. And now, back to the episode.
But anywhere
Where were you guys buying color from? How about that?
North Star.
North Star was one of the first.
Yeah.
Way back then.
And it was amber purple, like red. By the way, it was like ruby red, cobalt caramel. And I don't know if it was amber purple yet, but that's the three colors I had like my eyes on all the time, working shit. Like Bob's work always had white, red, blue. Kind of followed on that for a while. So
that's like the only colors that were available, right?
Kind of, yeah. I mean, there was a bunch of stuff like red exotics and green exotic. Like there was a whole palette of color.
Fumey.
Yeah. I mean, people had their choices of what they used. There was a lot of blues and stuff like that, but
cobalts.
Yeah, cobalt and caramel
reds
and reds were easy to use, and
they were like kind of like the first colors.
Yeah,
I think in Boro.
Yeah. I think it was 94 when I gave Chris Robinson a pipe. It was down in Florida that like we were blowing glass, and we stopped at Disney to try and we went in there and just looked around, stopped at Epcot, and they had the glass blowing.
Oh yeah,
build there, and the guy that was inside, I was like, "Yeah, we know how to make some." They use color too, And he's like, "Color." He was from Mexico, so he was speaking, a lot of Spanish, and had me go back to my RV and get colors out, which were caramel, ruby, and cobalt. And when I brought him back, he was like, "Oh, come behind here." And
No
I'm
way.
21 years old, 6 months into blowing glass, and he's like telling me to demo in front of all the people that were walking around. So I got back there and did a little mushroom push, the mushroom in a rod, and did a little pendant demo for him, and it's pretty good shit.
Wow,
lifelong friends.
6 months in the game, you're doing the demo in front of people.
Yeah, that was scary stuff, but
Was
it was also just like.
Did you want
cool
to do
shit.
it, or did he push you to do it?
No, he just kind of was just like, "Here, do this." Yeah, and I hopped behind there. I was like, "Holy shit! All right, I can do it."
What did you make?
Just a little mushroom pendant, a little mushroom push.
Mushroom.
Yeah. But they were the wife and him made castles, like 6-foot castles out of loop stitch.
Mm-hmm.
Like they were masters of the old school techs. It was pretty.
Is that
good.
soft glass?
No, Boro tech. Just taking a rod and you do a loop.
Yeah.
Do another loop.
But they don't really weld it, do they?
I think they touch. They cold seal everything. It's just like another layer and build like fucking castles and.
Wow.
The one we saw was like a 6-foot by 6-foot castle she built.
Crazy.
Yeah. Old stuff. But
that's awesome.
Yeah, a lot of Jason Harris would always get you hooked up somewhere when you didn't have electricity for your van or something. There was or your RV we were in. At the site that you were going to camp or whatever, there was always like some glass thing being set up, and if he'd always get us electricity plugged in so we could blow glass in the RV. And
how did he always?
Just knew a lot of people. That was the early scene. Was like all those guys just running around the lot trying to make the future. Here we are.
Crazy.
Yeah.
All working together, just helping each other out.
Yeah.
So you go way back with Jason?
94.
Yeah.
I went into his little shed that him and a bunch of people were working in, and
you guys still keep in contact?
Yeah. Good. He's got a place thing going on in Vegas now, Dream Factory.
Mm-hmm.
So go out there and visit. And it's cool to see that many years later, even after getting busted and Pipe Dreams, they're back in the same scene. Same
Well, he's
industry
kind of
trying
branching out to art too with those big giant, big. I mean, those aren't functional.
No, I wouldn't think so. But
for the Anunnaki when they come back,
yeah, they're gonna be here on Earth. They're gonna be like, what the fuck were these big things for?
Yeah, they find them. Oh, they must have been giants.
Yes, big lungs. But no, it's good shit, dude.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, he's the man, dude.
Yeah.
Shout out Jason.
Yeah. Life.
Yeah, he's always got his finger on the pulse, seems like.
Yeah. You gotta keep doing that. I think you gotta stay with the game somehow. Mm-hmm. I mean, I feel like I've just been following these youngsters doing a lot of this tile work and stuff that I've been trying, and they're just pressing the fucking how they do stuff, and just it's amazing to watch.
Yeah.
And to be able to watch, stretching it down from what we just talked about, like there was nobody letting you watch or doing that.
I feel like when we made that piece, we kind of were learning as we were going on things a little bit and seeing and that's a good way to learn is
100%. Just the backing of it with the clear, you were like, no, just put it on there with the rod and back to back. And I was like, what? Yeah.
Well, that was, because instead of round.
Yeah, and it came out perfect. No, lines. Shit you don't try.
It was almost like it's intimidating, that kind of style. And it's like, if you just try it and do it, and you learn so much. And you might.
That's what this scene is
we had some trial and error on the way along, but we kind of.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's the way this whole thing's been built on, and it's not going to stop because two people, even if you're not selling a lot of your work, you're making stuff that you like creating in time, and it's
gonna last forever.
Yeah, if it doesn't, then it doesn't. But it's like time is pretty crazy nowadays. Seems like it just goes away.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, your kid's 14, and you're like, holy shit! We just had that kid yesterday. Wow.
Yeah. How you perceive it. It just feels so quick right now.
Yeah. I try and teach her the whole thing of just having freedom to not go work in a box, and it's, I don't know.
It's hard. Want that either, I don't think. You have to do something you love.
Yeah. The world doesn't teach you that, though. You learn that elsewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Go to
and
school.
A lot of people that don't have kids don't really have so much concern or thought into that, because they just teach you, go through it. You're like, oh, well, I got it. I made it out. But when you have kids, you kind of think about what is all time? How much,
how much do you have to teach them all that? Not a lot.
Until they're 18.
Crazy shit.
And then college and
boom.
Yeah.
But then you're like, wow, I'm fucking bald and gray, or gray and bald, and it's like, dead, fucking at the beach. Well, hopefully I'm at the beach dying, 50 years from now. Yeah. That would put me at 100, 102.
I hear there's people out there that are still getting their, what's that called? 401ks?
You're getting your SS check.
Do you,
maybe that'll work out.
Do you, invest into that?
No, I don't think. My wife takes care of all the tax shit, and so I don't think so. I think I did when I was young, but it was like not. We just kind of go for what you know when you're doing this kind of thing, and prepare for the future how you can.
How are you feeling right now?
Pretty good. Still alive. Like, gotta do shit while you're here. That's could be a little healthier.
Are you
my neuro pathways aren't opening up yet, but maybe they will.
Gotta do more mushrooms.
Yeah, it's my first time. We'll see.
Oh,
whoa! Wow, new glass technique.
This is your first time doing mushrooms?
No, definitely.
Oh,
not.
Okay.
Yeah, mushrooms have always worked for me.
Wow. So besides the Dead, do you have any other favorite bands you listen to?
No, I don't. Really, I just listen to a lot of music
on repeat all the time.
No, nothing like that. More just like everything, But all the new Samson Grisman shit I've been listening to a lot. Like, a lot of bluegrass stuff. Billy Strings is Holy shit.
Yeah. He's good on the guitar.
And there's so many songs. It's like, think about what the Dead sang over whatever 60 years. It's like he's singing them all like now in bluegrass.
But his own version?
Yeah, just singing a lot of shit.
Or does he
of course,
it?
yeah. But a lot of old school just bluegrass and Dead, and that's what Jerry brought to the Dead. Like the mix of all of it. Yeah, he just plays it very fucking different. Yeah, something you can't even fathom. Like
that's dedication to the craft too. I mean, you can't.
Yeah,
just do that.
No, fucking fingers are like cramping little grampy fingers.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, yeah. This was a beautiful day out today. I think we,
Yeah, didn't do any bong hits.
Would you like to do a bong hit? Show us how you do it.
I don't want to show.
Well, you know what I'd like to talk about is like your way of packing a bowl is pretty. You know what you're doing with that. And could you explain what the tech is to packing a really great bowl?
I think so. I mean, you just don't. The nugget should be able to break apart on its own, and just don't pack the tip into the hole. Pack it to the side and push the nugget in, and creates a neural pathway underneath to let your air go through.
It actually does.
It does. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
most people just
pathway, but not neuro.
Yeah, I was just going with the flow.
No, I know. But like what could you call it? Like a marrow.
An arrow pathway.
Like a marijuana.
Yeah, just an arrow pathway because it could just be hitting it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was old man status.
That looks like a good one.
They're all good ones as long as you can
snap her like that.
Not fall over when you're done.
Yeah, if you hesitate and then go again on the bong, like I did the first time.
Yeah, it's not an oil rig. Yeah,
it hurt. It's gotta be fresh, cooked in out.
You know what's really crazy though is we realized this the other 2 weeks ago. Honestly, I made a rig with these recycler things on it, and I didn't put any way of getting air out of it except for the fucking joint. And we were like, all right, well, we didn't have anything else to smoke, so we packed that front of that oil piece, which still had the mouthpiece, like a 12 mil mouthpiece coming off of it. And we all just packed the fucking joint, smoked it, but everybody in the room hit it, or 5 people hit the thing, and it never changed the smoke. The dead smoke thing you were just talking about, like can't do that because it burns your throat.
You can't clear it.
It was just like an oil rig. You didn't have to, like the oil that doesn't reburn you. So it was
cool story, dude.
Yeah, the fucking weed smoke doesn't matter as long as it didn't get oxygen in there to mix with it.
Oh, so next time you hit that, it's gonna be fine.
Yeah, you don't have the burn. It was just like a rig. You could just go back in and you have the same amount of feeling. If you didn't clear your rig and you keep going and you're hitting the rig, it's a
I was just thinking, because isn't that gonna leave it all? It makes it extra yellow down there now.
Yeah, but you got to clean that after I leave. So that's how I figure.
Go check that mattress.
I make a tight ass bed, dude. I didn't even know.
I'm gonna make it really tight.
Yeah, I bet. I bet you could show me.
I'll show you how it's done.
Yeah. Matt needs an assistant immediately. Let's go.
I mean, if you're looking for any part-time work out there, listening, live near Denver.
Yeah.
Well, I think we did good.
Yeah.
Pretty good little short one. You want to keep going?
Yeah, whatever. I don't care. I'm just hanging out with Matt.
We're just hanging out on this one. What's the most important thing you've learned over the 30 years in glass?
You got to adapt to the times. Making money is one thing,
Is it all about money with you?
No, it's not all about money, but everything's about money. And that's the one thing. If I have to go and get money to pay for my whole life and I don't have time to do anything else, that life sucks. And if I can make money doing what I love every day instead and just go along with the flow, that I didn't have to go do that all day and be told by somebody else, here's your $12. And
way more worthwhile.
Yeah, there's no way I could have survived life like that. I just have one of those mentalities. It's like, if I fucking have to do that, I'd rather fight the boss
Yeah.
than
and
do
it's
with
time
shit.
again. Like, look at all that time you're spending.
Yeah.
You should.
And you learn that after 30 years, you're like, that's what? How much time we spent doing all this to get to where we're at, just, on a daily basis, being able to go online and make some art and people see it and you can send it to, Canada, or you can send it to Africa, or you can send it wherever. And
it's almost a lot easier in some ways for artists to get their work out now with the way social media.
That's what I mean. It's like fighting all this time to just, be still this free. Like I could not have been trapped all those hours and still had this freedom right now. Like this is what I'm doing, making a piece of glass that sells to somebody somewhere 5,000 miles away.
Totally.
Yeah, dude. But I don't know, man. A lot of people
Can
waste.
you imagine doing this, being a glass blower in 1960?
No,
because there's glass blowers out there, let's say the 1800s. Because
it's with the foot pedal still. No, no.
Could you imagine?
I could imagine, I guess, but I couldn't do it. Definitely couldn't do it.
So would you want to be a glass blower back in the day? Do you think you or would be like, that's just too much work, the foot pedal thing?
No, I don't know. I guess I'd have to.
What were your choices?
Not much. Same thing I had in 94,
In the 1800s?
Yeah. Well, I didn't know anything in 94 and I borrowed my buddy's acetylene torch that you do soldering with. It was just straight acetylene and got some glass and heated it up and blew it up. And learned from there that that's not how you blow glass. And you have to get all the equipment, like the pedal was important back in the day, I learned I had to get an oxygen tank and a propane tank together, some other stuff. So
you'd probably be a pedal. You're gonna need a pedal guy.
Yeah, I would need a pedal guy for sure.
You would be the pedal.
No way, I didn't need a pedal guy. I'd be like, come on, bud, just keep
Back
pedaling.
in the day, you would be a pedal guy.
Yeah, Jared, get over there. I'd be like, I quit, dude. Get another pedal guy. I want to blow glass.
Yeah, you would need to be a hard beast to survive back in the day.
Yeah.
Do you think you'd?
I think I could have, but I think it would, if I had some help. God damn it, no. Yeah, you never know, man. Back in the days, fucking way tougher for anything. We all think we're going through the tough days, and it's like,
think about it.
Finding a blanket to keep warm is pretty different. Now we're like, just fucking what? I don't know. It's just crazy out there. Keep it going.
It's too cushy, dude.
It's way too
so cushy.
Well, this next generation's going to be,
so cushed out.
Yeah.
They're
going to be beating the shit out of their kids back like the 60s and back. The cycle's going to come back, dude. It's like always does.
Someone's going to snap and they'll be like, we can't even go outside and eat food. Or grow food.
Yeah. I don't know. It's tough. It's tough. You can only grow it inside in your window.
And then the power's out.
Yep. You only have sunlight time.
No, it's true though, because a little bit of intermittent stress really does help out, and I try and do that. Discipline, make it hard a little bit. If you make it hard now, it's easier later.
Yeah, which is what they did.
Easy now, it's going to be hard later.
Yeah, the whole system's that way. Keep going. Every 100 years, this whole cycle of shit that goes on in there.
What part of the cycle do you think we're at right now?
Well,
nearing the end.
Yeah, the shit end of the cycle, like where everything's all fucked up and nobody knows anything.
And everyone's focused on what bathroom you got to use.
Yeah. And there are other people who are like, I don't fucking know way about the bathroom.
Yeah.
And, it's just, that's it. Life just keeps going, man. You just keep going. Holy shit, that's what's happening now. Your kid's like, yeah, it's crazy. But I don't know. You just keep enjoying it.
Yeah, you gotta just look for
along the whole time we're making bongs and pipes and glass art pieces for people to buy and like still being free. Yeah, pretty good shit.
Yeah.
Can't complain. You know what I mean, man?
I hear you.
Well, your kid got to decide what to do soon. So, like, that cycle. I just want my kid to still know art is available.
My kids want to be artists. and singers and dancers.
Yeah, mine too wants to be a singer and writer and plays piano and all this stuff.
Did you have her in lessons?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, she learned
early.
And then she can just learn this stuff herself. Like guitar, she taught herself completely, like by herself, and can play all these songs and learns music. And one of those kids that enjoys doing it too.
My kid in piano class right now.
Yeah, I tried getting her into the glass.
But
she knows stuff. Tammy Baller taught her a bunch of stuff, and she knows it. She knows it's out there. I made her an I Heart Taylor Swift Millie, so she could do whatever she wanted with it.
You should make little beads.
Yeah, I told her she's got to.
Yep, that's sick.
It's her Millie to work with, but she's yet to
That would be good.
Yeah,
because everyone's got the beads, right?
Oh yeah,
the bracelets.
Yeah, she's done a bunch of that stuff. I don't know about all of it, but it's their gig.
Wow.
Yeah. I've had to drive them to some Taylor Swift concerts.
The carrot a little bit, if you want this,
you
need to learn how to make it into a bead.
I told her she's gonna have to grind all the coins. So
yeah.
The mask.
Well, dude, this was a good podcast.
Cool.
And thanks.
I really enjoyed it. Yeah.
And I think we're gonna use a compilation of all of our stuff.
Hell yeah. Yeah. Most invited so far. Yeah.
Yep. He's been on the podcast 3 times.
I just come and bomb the place up. Let's go.
Yep. So check out J. Kelly Glass, right? J. Kelly Glass on Instagram. Yep. All right, guys. Well, thank you.
Thank you, Matt.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Stash.
Yeah.
Woo.
The stash hash coming soon.
Absolutely.
To a mailbox near you.
Delivery.
Yes, sir. Love it. All right. Thanks for tuning in to the Robertson Stash Podcast. Hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you want to support us, please hit the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also, we want to hear from you. So if you have any comments or questions, please feel free to reach out. Hit the website, hit the link. We'll see you next time.